All right, let's see if I can get this in with this short video that should not have required multiple takes, but for various reasons it did. I'm in a different room in the apartment. Maybe that's why. Let's call this Studio LR. And I just want to make another quick announcement about another live stream that I'm going to do. I plan on doing it this evening. I should probably be able to commit to that. I mean, things, sometimes things happen, but I should be able to get things up and running at about 10 p.m. my time, and that would be about 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning Atlantic time, 8 a.m. roughly Eastern time. And I guess if you're Central or West, I'm sorry, but you're looking at 7 a.m. or earlier. For me to try to make it at a more reasonable hour for those time zones, then we'd be looking at 12, 1, 2 a.m. here or something like that. And I want to try to do a reasonably good job with this. So I should, even though I am kind of a night owl by nature, I should probably try to get this on and get this done earlier than that. So again, about 10 p.m. My time over here. And as you can see here, this is the Cup final preview for what I did when I replayed the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs. And instead of doing it by conference as it's, traditionally or was done in this season, because there were a couple of seasons in the early 80s where they did a 1 through 16. But I did a 1 through 16 for this season, and it ended up being number 5 overall Vancouver, and then the number 1 overall team, Washington, advancing to the Stanley Cup final. Washington had to go through the Calgary Flames, St. Louis Blues, and New Jersey Devils. Forgive my wife there in the background for sneezing if the camera caught that. Bless you. And then the Vancouver Canucks, they had a bit of a tougher go of it. They had to go through the Colorado Avalanche, Los Angeles Kings, and then the Phoenix Coyotes in a series they were down 3-2, and that was a pretty crazy upswings, downswings, back and forth kind of series. And they overcame a 2.5 game stretch where they were outscored 20-0 by the Coyotes to come back and steal the series in Game 7. Just a kind of a wild series that was. And Washington themselves, they were pushed to 7 in the opening round by the Calgary Flames, where I'm reminded that they were also upset in Game 7 historically in this season by my Montreal Canadiens. But Montreal didn't qualify for these playoffs because that year they finished 19th overall in the NHL. So I didn't really have a dog in this fight. It was just matching the 16 best overall teams from the 2010 NHL season, and these are the two teams that ended up, being the final two. So Washington will have home ice advantage for this since they finished first overall, and I would anticipate that live stream probably will go anywhere from, and this is going to be a wide window, but 40 or 45 maybe to 80 minutes, let's say, and that would just depend on the series length. I will roll all 7 games, and if needed, all 4 to 7 games in succession. It is a best of 7. And so, I mean, if it only goes 4 games, then, you're probably looking at a 45 minute time, and maybe 70 or 80 minutes if it goes to that 7th game. Might want to do some talking in between and things like that. So it's quite a fast playing game. The game, if I didn't say it already in this take, 'cause I've done a few takes now of this, is 5 dice hockey. And it's pretty straightforward, simple, fast rolling game. It's been quite a bit of fun. And so I look forward to just, concluding this Stanley Cup playoffs, a mini project that I started. I want to say it was probably actually early in December. And then again, sometimes life happens and things come up. So this one's taken a little longer to finish than I'd probably anticipated initially. But again, things happen. So one other thing, I guess, that I just feel like showing here, and I might even include this in the thumbnail. And again, I mean, this is nothing. What am I trying to say here? This is nothing new or revolutionary, but just maybe a simple little idea to share. I'll zoom out here a little bit. So actually, that's as far as I can zoom out. So this is, I guess, a Gavotte cookie box. And sorry if we got this over the holidays, and sorry if I am pronouncing the name of this brand of cookie incorrectly. But this is something I try not to allow my wife to throw out any boxes or anything, cases of anything that come through this house until I see first if I can find a purpose for it. So again, I know there are other people, and feel free to share, in comments or wherever, what you do when you store your dice and such. I have all my dice here, my magnets here, some Impact Play hockey cards for my own half-finished game here. And I guess to the pile now, I guess I can add the Vancouver, so I have them ready for later, the Vancouver, Washington cards from 5 Dice Hockey, as well as the Stanley Cup. We'll put that there as well. So just some ideas, some ways to store dice. I have my magnets right here. I have my 2 trays, piled one inside the other. And definitely this is a vast improvement over the setup before where I just had the dice all in the trays and I'd have to empty the trays out onto the bed actually in order to use a dice tray. So this should be a little better and a little easier for the setup, and I kind of like it. So just for what it's worth, I thought I would share that on camera in this video as well, since I knew this would be a pretty short one. Anyway, anytime, any consideration that you give to this short video or any other like it on this channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. And again, I guess just to recap, the live stream, I guess I can put all the other, these are the 28 teams that didn't, because there's no Vegas in 2010, or Seattle, of course. Teams that did not make it to the Cup final. But what was I going to say there again? So 10 p.m. my time, that's going to be 9 a.m. Atlantic time, I guess 8:30 or 9:30 Newfoundland time. And then 8 Eastern time, 7, I guess Central time, you're looking at Central/West, you're looking at 7, 6, or even 5 in the morning. And again, sorry about that. But again, I know I will be there, obviously, and I'll have some fun with it. And so if it's anything that you'd like to even check out for a little bit, if you have a little time, then, much welcome and much appreciated too. All right. Okay. Cheers, thanks, and bye for now.